For a moment, picture yourself with the authority to understand women's preferences, and how would you respond to their top desire? I can tell you that if you use that power, if you could read the minds of women, you'd likely to be more bewildered and shocked. For instance, you might discover that 80% of what women's hearts truly long for, they won't ever ask or tell a man. From a Stoic standpoint, it's crucial to treat this information sensibly in virtue of being aware of what other people want, especially in partnerships. Calls for compassion, deference, and a dedication to virtue that the Stoics instill in us, concentrate on the things we can control, and to behave honorably in spite of external results. So, if you had such information, it would be vital to utilize it without manipulating or authority, but to cultivate real comprehension. And hi there, this is Wisdom Insights. And I'm going to disclose in this video the top 7 things that women adore, but would never request that you recall the truth. Wisdom is found in comprehension and honoring the wishes of others, while preserving your own moral character and honesty. I promise that the 6th, you'll be surprised if you stay with me. Watch the entire video to learn more. What it is, so let's get started. The first item that women wanted in a man is unpredictability is incredibly alluring, and a man who is passionate is one who keeps her on. She is continuously surprised by her toes with his behavior and arousing powerful feelings. Fierce feelings on the other side of the spectrum of a man who is so intriguing is the boring, unmoving person who follows the same schedule every day in day out. The hallmark of predictability is the women's need for excitement and boredom, their connection's novelty to be the type of man who arouses admiration and drives a woman crazy. It's important to free yourself from the shackles of routine. Try your hardest to accomplish things that she's unable to determine if it's planned. Unplanned adventures, attempting new encounters with one another, or just injecting improvisation into your interactions. Once you start to show consistency, she soon loses interest in a lady. Even though she might not say it out loud, instead, her deeds speak for themselves. May disregard your messages and abandon you. Waiting or even vanishing without explanation, it's critical to acknowledge that if a female doesn't answer or has disappeared, which is a blatant sign that she has no desire to pursue her. Persistently will only make you more irritated, her, and significantly reduce your chances. Rather than move on and honor her quiet, gracefully recall whether she actually liked. She would try to demonstrate it to you and pursue you. Don't allow pride or being stubborn can impair your judgment. When to relax and concentrate your efforts on someone who returns the favor interest by accepting uncertainty and understanding when to bow out with grace. As you show self-assurance and self-respect traits that are definitely alluring, so be the sort of guy who makes her wonder, ignites her enthusiasm, and recognizes when it's time to move on. And by doing so, you won't only draw attention that is appropriate, but also keep your honor and honesty in the procedure. The second item that ladies want is a man with good listening skills learns to listen. There's no denying that women enjoy talk. Girls acquire speech skills more earlier. Compared to boys, therefore expressing emotions verbally is a normal aspect of the issue with being a woman is that most males don't spend time actively. Pay attention to what a lady has to say, but the important secret is that the more you pay attention to a woman's words and pay more attention to what she says, the more positive and constructive thoughts are projected. This gives her feelings about you, a lot more drawn to you than most men participate in passive listening, which is where the problem is. Allow me to clarify the distinction between passive and active. Most individuals only pretend to listen. Pay attention to what the other person is saying. Saying without giving it any thought, we refer to that as passive listening. Conversely, active listening entails paying attention to what the woman is indicating that she is making inquiries. Making eye contact and expressing agreement with this has tremendous power. Trust me more. You get more control as you learn to listen. This will help you get over the woman. Put a basic habit into action, and you'll be astonished by the outcomes of active listening. Includes a number of essential elements that give complete focus when she talks and put away distractions such as the TV or your phone. Let her know you appreciate her for who she is, stating that by giving her your all attention, demonstrate empathy and make an effort to comprehend her viewpoint and feelings. React to what she says by summarizing or paraphrasing her arguments, which demonstrates that you are indeed asked open-ended inquiries while engaged. Urge her to provide more details on her sentiments and ideas that are not just demonstrates your interest, while also strengthens the dialogue and bond. D. Keep your eyes open and employ nonverbal clues. Make contact, nod, and utilize your face. Phrases to demonstrate that you are keeping up and are emotionally associated with her. Don't interrupt her. Let her speak. Complete her ideas without interrupting. This demonstrates deference and grants her the room to express herself completely when you pay attention and affirm her. Sentiments and encounters that foster women value intimacy and trust when a man makes the effort to actually comprehend them, and this strengthens the emotional connection through listening is more than simply listening to speech. It's regarding getting in touch with her it's about demonstrating that on an emotional level. You are concerned about her feelings and thoughts, and that you respect her as a human being. By when you become proficient in active listening, you become not just a better companion, but also a more kind and perceptive person, which makes all of your connections better. In conclusion, women want a man who can genuinely pay attention, since it makes them feel heard, respected, and respected. Active listening is an effective instrument that can change your exchanges and strengthen your bond, increasing the fulfillment of your partnership. And the third thing that women want is passion, is a man who doesn't get too respectful. You heard correctly. A major error that many males make is taking care of a woman they're considering similarly to how they handle their sisters or mothers. We frequently hear expressions like, women who are respected open doors for them. Her bouquets and innumerable romantic comedies depict males as nearly women's subordinates. While there's unquestionably true to these feelings, if you genuinely wish to captivate and entice a woman to the extent that she wants to date you or do anything else, casual, you must become proficient in manipulating her feelings by being bolder and putting into practice by doing what you truly desire is essential. They are items that a man who is too respectful may struggle to finish. Making fun of her, putting a friendly hand on her, and declaring your intentions with assurance can make you more than simply a friend, someone in whom she truly has interest. I am aware that this does not imply showing rudeness or disdain to women. Instead, it means staying away from the excessive levels of respect, or the term suck is frequently used. Refrain from elevating women to the point at which your own authenticity and self-respect are frequently the demise of the kind person who never understands the girl's audacity, and self-assurance is a desirable quality. Acknowledge that each woman possesses both a sinister side and an angelic princess side, more adventurous side with nurturing skills, and make use of both of her. At the appropriate times, personality is crucial in real-world terms, which means taking a balanced approach. Certainly, hold the door open, but also use amusing challenges to test her jokingly. Give her real praise, but don't be afraid to share your own. Her interests and passions demonstrate to her that you're curious about her overall person, not only as a romanticized representation. It's also critical for women to recognize that seduction entails a dynamic interaction of feelings, results in a feeling of enthusiasm, and she keeps laughing because of the unpredictable nature of speculating and creating a relationship that's founded on respect for one another, but also on sincere enthusiasm and attention. By striking the ideal ratio of deference to bravery, you establish a dynamic that is both exciting and absorbed in. Here's how to get past the friend area and into an area where genuine, passionate, and loving relationships can. The fourth thing that women want is to flourish, is a man with a sense of style. Suppose you run into a remarkable woman who takes careful care of herself. Invest in getting her nails and hair done. Premium cosmetics tans keep their fit, is in good health, and is committed to her. She exemplifies career care and study, all that a valuable lady does to now portray herself as her finest self. Let's say she arranges a date and the man appears with a football jersey on, shorts as well as, to be honest, do you believe she? Naturally, I'll be drawn to this guy. It's important to not learn how to dress nicely. The first impression is formed by your appearance. You make it and it speaks for itself. Even when it comes to investment, you open your mouth. It almost looks like you're doping. In terms of seduction, It provides you with an instant. Having a good edge demonstrates that you honor yourself and the work she does. Into the way she looks, it also proves that you take the time to, as well as her. Really, wearing nice clothes doesn't imply that you must purchase pricey clothing or stick for particular brands. It's about knowing what suits you, what is appropriate and what fits nicely for various contexts. A suitable shirt, a good pair of pants or jeans, and chic, clean shoes can change the world. Of distinction, give careful consideration to grooming as well as well-groomed nails and hair. Pleasing scent in overall. When you dress, cleanliness is crucial. Well, you distinguish yourself from others. The males who might not work as hard, you'll get rid of most of the rivalry. With this easy habit, a well-dressed man radiates assurance and sophistication attributes that are generally appealing in addition to dressing. Well, it goes beyond simply luring ladies. It's also about your feelings regarding. When you look beautiful, you feel good about yourself. Excellent, and this self-assurance can have a favorable impact. Each and every facet of your interactions you'll have differently, have more conversations boldly, and make a lasting impression. Essentially, making an investment in your looks or an investment in oneself. It shows a degree of self-worth and consciousness that is intriguing and remarkable. So the next time you get ready for a social event or a date, conversation, pause to think about, choose clothing that fits you well. Colors that go well with your body, type, your skin tone, and fashion sense that represent your character. By doing this, you won't not only draw attractive women, but also increase your sense of self-worth. And the sixth thing that women want is presence. A man who radiates dominance over one of the women's. One of my greatest dreams is to have a boyfriend who assumes leadership roles, especially for women. Enjoy it when their boyfriend exhibits leadership and assertiveness. So the next, when you're dating a woman, avoid the desire to pretend that you're with your mother. Instead, assume command of the situation. Situation in nuanced but impactful ways. For example, when you walk into a restaurant with confidence, decide where you will sit, instead of hesitation or deference to. She says something like, let's, in an authoritative manner. Attempt over there, pointing to a women are attracted to those males who show that they are in command and able to make choices. Unfortunately, a lot of men act in the other way. They let women rule their lives. Totally, this is more than just absent assertiveness, entails allowing their spouses or girlfriends to control every element of their lives, from their actions and methods to where they go, what they eat, and what they purchase. Essentially, they are subordinated to, with their partners looking more like a child as opposed to an equal collaborator in the relationship. Don't make this error. When a woman thinks you're helpless or incapable of making choices, it's difficult to alter that perception. In your life, seize the reins, and in the relationship, demonstrate to her that you are capable of safeguard and support her both physically and emotionally. This doesn't imply having a dominant or commanding attitude. Instead, it involves having faith in your skills and being assertive when required by exhibiting authority and decisiveness. You foster confidence, and your partner's admiration for you grows, someone she looks up to and can trust. Recall that the relationship's genuine leader. It isn't about controlling or dominating her, yet having a powerful and competent companion who boosts and plays to her strengths. The relationship between you, so the following time. When you're with a lady, accept your position as a leader, makes confident decisions. Assume control of the circumstance and observe when your aggressiveness is met with her with respect. And by showing respect, you'll fortify the connection between you and establish a friendship based on mutual trust, appreciation, and a sensible ratio of. The sixth thing that women want is power. Partner who is eager to engage in oral intercourse with. If there is one thing that 99% of women would like to ask their partners, this is more than just about brief oral examination a few minutes prior to intercourse. Instead, it's about recline and taking delight in intimate activities without any feeling of urgency or duty. Many women complain that it appears that partners conduct oral out of a duty-driven rather than sincere enthusiasm. But a man who comes up oral intercourse with excitement and sincerity, wish to win his partner over without being limited in time, or by other distractions, guarantee the most enjoyment. For her, therefore, adopt this ability completely and enthusiastically Concentrate only on making your partner happy, taking the time to investigate and enjoy her in methods that arouse her desire and passion. You will not just improve her by doing this. Pleasure while strengthening the bond and closeness between you. Allow me to pose now. I would like to know if you embrace this part of familiarity with assurance and passion, or are you afraid of, please feel free to express your opinions below, but be sure to pick your words carefully. Cautiously to guarantee polite and constructive conversation is the eighth action you should take. Is able to refuse her women's test mails. Always to make sure they're with the several of these tests with the appropriate partner. Entail making ridiculous requests merely to, unfortunately, it's difficult to determine a man's boundaries. Many men ultimately give up to all demand, turning into what is typically called pushovers, in contrast to prevailing notion that women do not always respect men who meet all of their. They gravitate toward males who can set boundaries and assertively refuse when crucial. It's vital to comprehend. Dynamic ladies become disinterested when they understand that their significant other revolves the entire world around them. Consider yourself to be a diamond. What distinguishes a diamond is its rarity and value. It is scarcer than other stones. It, in turn, creates desire in the same way as the reason why diamonds are more appealing is being rare is something you should aim for. Just as elusive when you're continuously accessible and too accommodating to you reduce your attractiveness. Thus, put yourself first in your life and learn to refuse requests, particularly from women when their requests don't align with your personal objectives and demands. It's ideal. It is permissible to assist others and take part in good deeds, but never at the cost of disregarding your own well-being. For example, avoid giving women too much compliments on social media posts with general remarks such as lovely, instead of setting yourself out from other males by making your worth known. And rarity is like a gem in a sea of uncommon precious stones and uncompromising. By prioritizing yourself and by establishing your limits, you become into a high-value man in women's eyes. They will be attracted to you instinctively because you have a sense of mystery and exclusivity that distinguishes you from the throng. Keep in mind that by appreciating oneself, you make you more desirable and appeal to others. And I'm happy you liked the video if it was useful. Make sure to demonstrate your support for you by submitting a like and signing up for the channel, giving you a big kiss in return. I'm excited to meet you again soon. Time for more amazing information. Be careful.